Right, hello, I'll start chatting with people when they're on. I won't start the game till a few people are on, because it resumed from last time. So I'll just give this a minute for some people to see the streams on. Hopefully it's just a few minutes delayed or whatever in terms of sending the notification out. I'll set it to live chat as well. Right, Liz? It's probably once there's one person on, normally a few people come on fairly quickly. It's just generally it's a bit slow sometimes at actually notifying people the stream started. Right, Brennan? I don't think there's a Honda Civic in this game, seeing as, you know, it's all set in a bunker. Anyway, I'll give it a minute more for some more people to come on, then I'll click continue. So this will be hopefully starting exactly where I ended up playing it on, was it Thursday? Because I didn't feel up to doing a stream yesterday because I was quite sort of tired and right, Ghost Jesus, I had a bit of chest pain again, but that's thankfully gone pretty quickly this time. So what's sad, Edward the Collector? Anyway, I'll be on starting the stream in a minute. I'm just going to check if any more people join before I start it, otherwise I'll miss the beginning of it if they were watching it till the end last time. Right, I'll give it about 30 more seconds and I'll click continue. Right, okay, let's carry on the game then. I won't talk when there's like a cutscene sort of thing going on. Click it loads home things. If you're wondering why he's limping around, he fell over off a ladder and broke his arm. I have to click somewhere again in a minute. Now it looks like he's had some felt come off on his clothes. I know there's meant to be blood as well, but that's what those NBC suits tend to do. Discolour your clothing underneath.
Ease the pain first.
Is there even anything in his little bag, like mask, though? I suppose it has got an airline going to it. I had a compound fracture, whatever it was called, when I was younger, breaking my arm with the ulnar and the radius splitting and coming out the skin like that. It was very painful. Would not recommend breaking your arm like that. Probably not good to break your arm at all, but still.
This place probably looks like a safe.
She can't have had her white cell count so low yesterday. Understand it. And she's no better.
Vomiting, bleeding, diarrhea, liver failure, it's got to be.
It can't be radiation sickness. Look, these...
Of course it can. This place probably leaks like a sieve. It was built by the lowest bidder. No one thought there'd be a real war. I know Bishop said that we'll be safe here, but honestly, George, do you believe him? I'm sorry.
Don't worry, we've all been under a lot of pressure. Mother, where's the Lindane that went?
That left. You never let it for Mrs. Harrison.
There were 2 unopened bottles there on Monday. We have to keep on top of the stock. We can't have...
What is it?
Nothing. It doesn't matter.
Right, so this is something that will come up in the plot later, but I'll mention it here, is pay attention to like where the people supposedly have radiation sickness, but there's stuff missing from the medicine cabinet. Right, do we have to... What do we do now? I guess those get splint out there. Yeah, I'd say this is actually the worst bit in the game in terms of like gore or whatever. Because weirdly, I think an actual injury like this that you might really experience in real life is often a lot worse than, you know, in films when people get like completely minced to bits by something. To go at that time. If he doesn't have to get it infected, because obviously bear in mind there would be antibiotics in the medicine cabinet, you wouldn't need it amputated unless it's like where the bone's completely disintegrated. But if it's just a compound fracture, no, you don't need an amputation for that. All they do for stuff like that is basically, you know, have to keep your arms straight like that for ages. So yeah, where he fell over on the ladder when he was repairing the filtration unit and didn't get it fixed, he's fucked everything up now. It's like an interactive movie game, Brennan, but it's filmed in the real life, what used to be the government's nuclear bunker for Britain in the Cold War. So you can visit it now as a museum, but well, there's some inaccurate things, you know, like no filters on the S10 or whatever. For the most part, it's quite accurate. Liz, his mum dies at the very beginning from like old age essentially or illness because they've been in the bunker for like decades. And then like the systems slowly start failing, so he's doing his like daily routine.
Keep your damn.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to stay.
Or we'd all be dead.
I was just exploring.
Oh, John.
I want that door sealed shut immediately.
For Christ's sake, Margaret. Keep your little shit in his quarters before he explores the wrong place and gets us all killed.
Seal that door immediately!
Right, so in real life, this is the real life entrance tunnel to the bunker, but some of the doors on this corridor are like fake wooden doors. Like that one there and that one aren't really there, it's just a really long glass corridor. Maybe like the old radiats hanging up there.
We're safe now. Won't be long now, I promise.
I've been on probably 20 minutes down, if that. I'll just give you a quick catch up on what's happened since the last time I streamed this, on Thursday, whenever it was. So, let me see if I can pause that there, yeah. So, what happened is he's broken his arm at the last stream when he fell off that ladder, so there's a really gory bit where he's like shoving the bone back in, and like, you know, taking painkillers and putting, like splints on his arm. And then, because he messed up when he was changing the air filtration units, the bunker started getting flooded with radiation, so it's been like jumping back and forth between now and the past, where he's, you know, like trying to now evacuate it. But yeah, for some reason the entire game's filled with S10s with no filters, even though all the rest of the equipment is accurate for when the game was set, or like, you know, when they were meant to go in the bunker. You know, like 1950s to 1980s British Cold War NBC gear. All the rest of it, like, lack of filters for some reason. It just has that for some reason. Alright, Arnold. Right, so let's go through that.
How long before it's safe to go back up?
and we've finally been able to take some proper readings from the RA14 sensors. They show we have a range of 700 to 1,000 rads for anyone exposed to the atmosphere.
What does that mean?
These are fucked.
Anything over 200 rads can be fatal.
No.
How long before it's safe to go back up?
Our best guess, 20 to 30 years.
That's... Sam? Can we last that long? Do we have enough food?
Yes, yes, it'll be all right. We may have to ration a little, but it'll be all right.
Mom? It's all right, darling. Everything's going to be fine.
Alright, so yeah, I've got this weekend off work, which is nice, so it's booked off as holiday. But yeah, yesterday I did the Blue Cross in the morning, but then felt a bit ill and, like, you know, knocked out afterwards, so I had sort of a nap, and then, oh, there's one of those figures.
Church.
So this is one of the war rooms they've got in the actual bunker. You know, again, it's like one of those just radiation things, communications rooms in the real one. Oh look, it's one of those, on the very right side of the screen, one of those, like, warning buzzers for the nuclear attack they used to have in, like, government buildings. Anything else to see here first?
I need to find another way out of here.
See you, Brennan.
I can't go in the stairwell, there's radiation.
Okay, can't go downstairs because the radiation wasn't listening to me the first time. You'd think, though, the radiation would have been in the air filtration rooms first.
A hatch.
I think they said 30 years in reality, didn't they? But, yeah, the actual bunker, the real one, Kelvin Hatch, I think was only meant to have 3 months' worth of supplies for all people in there. You know, more if there were less people, but it was designed to get through the initial sort of horrible phase of the fallout. You know, of keeping everybody in there as live and healthy enough as possible that they could come out and then all the people around. I don't actually know if there's a real hatch in the floor here. Because I know, like, say, some of the doors are fake or lead to different bits of the bunker than reality in this game, but I don't actually know if there's a hatch there, but I suppose it could just be a storage type bit under the floor, even if there was one. It does look like there's actually something there, rather than it being a CGI thing. Now that does look like an actual ladder they'd have in Calvin and Hatch, based on all the walls and that, but where that is in the bunker I don't know, because that might just be on the side of one of the rooms somewhere for like event panel access or something. Oh, I have to quick stop and dine. Okay. There's an annoying QuickTime event near the end of the game that can be really frustrating to get past, so if I keep failing on it I'll have to put an auto clicker on, because it's one of those ones where you have to click really, really fast. And they didn't really adjust it very well for the game. The floor there does look like it's in like the lowest level of the bunker where they have like most of the aircon type equipment. So maybe it's just like another air vent access thing that you don't see in the actual museum. Right, so again, this is still the main corridor of the bunker, like the entrance corridor, where there's that fake door in it part way through on the thing. But that there would be the front proper door to the bunker, right round the corner where the blast door is.
A torch.
So I guess we can't get through that door. But yeah, in reality, that's just one of the entrance doors to the actual bunker itself. Still something to do with the doors. Right, Mike. You've missed the first, like, 30 minutes of this, but if you've played it all before, you'll roughly know where we are. Laugh if he snaps his finger as well as his arm doing it. It's on PC and consoles, I think. Yeah, it's definitely on PC because I'm on PC at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it's on most of like the online stores. Because it's just an interactive film, so it doesn't really require much energy to run. Go up the door again, or is it something to do with the hatch, or further down the corridor? I can't remember. If it's still on Amazon Prime as well, there's like a non-interactive movie version of it on Amazon Prime, which is like 80 minutes long or whatever. You know, where it's just as if all the choices were done for you, you know. And it works surprisingly well, actually, as just all the bits put together without you interacting with it. You know, better than you'd think. That sounds interesting, Dan. Yeah, definitely be worth exploring that. Now, I think some of these underground tunnels are actually there, but that's just because they're like where all the power cables and that ran underneath the bits, so they're probably like very, very small crawl space ones on the real one. Because I know they have a diagram on one of the walls of like how the actual floors are done in certain bits for like wiring and like shock absorbers. Yeah, I'd say I've played it a couple of times. Like I said, there'll be a bit near the end where we get to a really, really annoying quick time event that just pisses me off because it's something they should have patched out of the game. But other than that, I'd recommend it. It's just one of those things where I might even have to get an auto-clicker for ending the stream if it causes me too much issue. Yeah! You know, as in you just have to massively spam the mouse at one point, and it's quite difficult to actually click the mouse fast enough for like a little time window. I don't know if it'd be any easier if I plugged a controller in actually, because I know some of these games have a controller option as well. So the room he's in now is actually one of the rooms connected to that big air vent room from the other day in reality. It's like another part of the filter storage and like, you know, air duct sort of system. Yeah, Mike, so it just sounds like it's an actual issue where they didn't make the timing very good for it.
Looking for the key. Why would I give you a way out, Margaret? You and the little rat. Not going to leave. You're not going anywhere. We're all gonna die down here.
Oh, no!
Don't know what you mean by a hazmat person.
It's okay. No one can hurt us.
I did it. I killed him.
No, just saw then. Just shoot him with his gun. It's only a quick time event thing, so that's quite easy. You just press the buttons when they appear on the screen. Yeah, like I was saying, so in reality this is one of the filter rooms he's in at the moment. And I think that thing there is just literally like a little electrical cupboard. It's not anything that's actually interesting to see. That's the second exit from the bunker, that bit there.
The key must be in cold storage.
I've not done it. I know there is one. But yeah, I know there is one there, but I've
Soon
not
this
done
place
the
will be full
assault
of
course.
radiation.
So we're technically here again. This isn't the same place as in the real bunker, but yeah, that does lead to stairs and exits there. But yeah, in the real one there isn't an airlock there either. It's just directly a corridor that leads to the main stairwell. So in the real bunker, the main stairwell that's between all the levels is basically at the end of that corridor, and then all the rooms spin off from there. Well, it's real actors, that's why it's good graphics. It's just an FMV game.
We'll see if we get back to that matters. As long as I'm here, I'm good.
Alright, Bloody Monday. Yeah, I'm alright today, thanks. Yesterday I felt a bit under the weather after I got back from the Blue Cross, but today I'm feeling a lot better again. I think yesterday it was just probably my hay fever and asthma setting each other off to an extent.
That's all that matters. As long as I'm here, I'll look after you. Nothing can hurt us now.
Yes, Mom.
I love you, John.
Right. So if I remember right, you know the code because it's the buttons with the blood on it. So I assume 3 is number 1 because that's the most blood. Then is it 786? Ah, okay, got it first time, yeah. Because I remember that confused me before. Like, how did you know the order? But it's the amount of blood on the keys. As in, you know. they probably smeared the most blood on the first key they touched and then less on each following one. Well, this weekend I've actually got the weekend booked off work as holiday, which is nice. So it means I actually get to have a weekend where I can relax and like do stuff, you know, rather than just be at work all day. Without your filter, it's not going to do much, mate. But never mind. Do I have to click on something here? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it'd be horribly squishy, wouldn't it, in reality? All those corpses that have been there for ages. No, there's not a crematorium down in the actual Calvert Hatch. They had those wooden, like, cardboard coffins to put people in, and then it was basically decided when the radiation level was low enough, you'd just chuck them out the door and reseal the door. Up until then, you just basically kept them as far away from everybody else as possible. What do I click on now, then? I'm glad you find stuff interesting, Arnold. No, it's good that the CT12 at least showed up for sale, but yeah, £300 is a bit much. I'd find it way too claustrophobic to crawl around in ducts like that. Right, here you go, plot twist bit.
Level 5. Find the ventilation hatch. Look for the hot pipe, but make sure it's the one with the warning label, John. Then open the top. Be careful. Then you run back to me as fast as you can. As fast as you can, John. Promise me.
I promise.
You've got this. You understand. You'll remember. Good boy. Be careful.
Find the hot pipe. Find the hot pipe. Find the hot pipe. Find the hot pipe.
I have no idea who that is, Arnold. Yeah, well, a lot roomier than ROC posts based on the amount of people they expected to be down there. No, I'm English, as in UK. It was whatever they said about in the medicine cabinet earlier in the game that had been going missing. So essentially they poisoned everyone.
What key is it?
Right, we've got that QuickTime event coming soon, so I'll see if I keep cocking it up. If so, I'll have to get an auto-clicker running.
One. Come on. Come on.
Personally, I'd keep the keys with you, mate. You don't know, you might need them again. Interactive movie, you Stoic Jedi. There are some collectibles in it and stuff like that, but it's an interactive movie essentially. No, because I don't have any actual firearms to go hunting with, and there's nothing near me that are like big deer or anything like that. So yeah, he's actually in now what is like the secondary stairwell out the bunker, which is just like a really big stairwell that goes up floors and floors and floors. Right, so this is where in a minute we'll have these stupid QuickTime events where I might have to turn an auto clicker on if I keep cocking it up over and over.
Almost there.
It's out here, isn't it? I get the auto click bit. How fast you have to click this bloody thing is silly. Fair enough, Stoic Jedi. Yeah, that's the only problem with the M50. The GSR in some way has better filters.
It's not real.
See, did I cock that one up then? Because of just how fast you have to click. Yeah. Right, can I skip through this bit or not? Or I just need to get the auto clicker on? Right, let me get the auto clicker on and remember what the key is. So, auto clicker, I should have one installed. Yep. Okay, so whatever the thing is, so click interval 1 milliseconds. Current location, it's F6 to start it. Okay. Minimise that. This will make it a lot easier doing this bit, just because it's like somebody stupidly clicking the mouse. I have sold some on eBay. Sometimes you get people that buy them, no issue. Then you sometimes get people that say, "Oh, this wasn't the size you advertised when it was," whatever. That's cool, you've got a mask that old, but yeah, you should never breathe through a mask that old. I just say personally store it in a plastic bag or some sort, you know, like a plastic case. Because they're sort of museum pieces rather than, you know, anything else. It was about here, wasn't it, at the top right, unless it changes. The first one I have to do, then it's bottom left, the next one.
Come on, John.
Be up here, hopefully. And hopefully the auto works. Oh shit, the auto clicker's not going. Okay. This is going to be even harder than I thought then. So I'm just going to have to remember the next one is bottom left. Yeah, if it was just back to where it was, or you could skip the cutscene of him running up, but it's because that, yeah, if you miss it, I think there's only 2 though, isn't there? It's just this one in the bottom left now, but I think they just cocked up the amount of seconds you should have had to like click it. That's why I like, you know, like with some of the ones you've done, Mike, that when they have a streamer mode where it just pauses the game for this stuff, so you could just, you know, casually click it rather than actually having to do this shit.
I did for you.
I'm taking the spoil supplies off.
Then spit it out.
14 months at best.
Margaret, where's the lead date on it?
That top left. You never let it from Mrs. Harrison. How long before it's safe to go back up?
20, 30 years.
Do we have enough food?
We may have to ration.
Got this. Good remember. Good boy. Mom? Mom? Darling, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, it's actual people, like I said, it's not CGI. Leave, yeah, bye. Bye, Mum. I've been in this bunker 30 odd years, I ain't staying here a day longer than I need to. There you go, so that's the end of it. I think it's just a different end cutscene, Mike, where he like walks back into the dark. But the thing of that is, if the bunker was meant to be flooding with radiation, he'd just die, wouldn't he? Regardless. I don't see anybody this off. I'll stay on to chat for a few more minutes before going off. I just like the credits in. Yeah, so that's taken me about an hour, hasn't it, today? Yeah, 52 minutes. So yeah, glad I didn't do it all in one stream last time. Because, like I said, if you're doing a 2-hour stream, it wouldn't be a problem. But as I only planned on doing You know, 2 like 1 hour streams. In the real bunker, Ghost Jesus, they have both a water filter for the air and like the actual air duct type filters. Obviously in the game it doesn't really run off the logic of how the real Calvin hatch works. No, it's only for the credits, Stoic Jedi. Take my plaster off now I've had on since yesterday, because that's a bit grim looking. Not as in how the vent works itself on the outside. And if you haven't looked at it, I've got an actual video filmed at Calvin and Hatch, the real one, or like a load of pictures I took when I was there. Right, so there we go. That's the end of it because, like I said, it's just an interactive film, really. Even and I had the volume set to 36%, so it was, Oh, I can always Google it later, Arnold. Did you say it was an Austro-Hungarian one? I think I know the ones you mean, anyway. Yeah, so that would be it for streams today. Yeah, I sort of get what you mean, Ghost Jesus, yeah, with that. But again, it's always, you always have to cut corners somewhere, don't you? But I mean, in theory, if a lot of the particles are outside the bunker itself, I doubt they'd be too worried if they were living down there for decades. But yeah, the actual filtration system inside this bunker in reality is very good. You know, loads of generators pulling stuff through fans and all sorts of other filtration systems, but how it actually comes in from the outside, I didn't look too closely when I was there. I don't know if it's even the bit you can get at where some of the actual outside external vents are. Anyway, I'll be off now. I'm going to try and get a video filmed tomorrow, because as I said, I've got this weekend off work, so I might as well get a video filmed tomorrow. But yeah, so have a good day, everybody. Like I said, I'm enjoying actually having a weekend where I'm not working. And, yeah, I'll get a video up tomorrow, or a stream up tomorrow at some point.